Hey guys! So, for the past week, I have not been able to go to work and go to school, uni. I haven't been able to go to uni, haven't been able to go to work or do anything a normal human being can. And do you know why that is? It's because of all one tiny inconvenience. Now, I've been in the hospital in and out of the hospital for the past week now, since literally a week since last Monday, and now it's Monday, and I'm going back in about an hour or so. But for someone who has never been to the hospital before, apart from when they were born, and not obviously, when I was younger, I had swallowed a ball bearing and had to have an x-ray of that. But other than those two times, I've never been to the hospital. And for me, this is a very traumatic experience because I don't like needles, and I don't like blood, and I don't like waiting because that's just scary. But if you're someone who doesn't like gore, I would turn away now. But if you like all the Dr. Pimple Popper stuff and things like that, carry on watching because this is probably up your street. Anyway, so it all started about 2 weeks ago, story time now. It all started about 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday when I am one to do it, when I get stressed I bite my nails or the skin around my nails, and I bit the skin around my nail and then slammed it in a drawer by accident when I was looking for something. But it was all fine until the Sunday when it literally blew up like double the size, and I'll put a picture of that in now because that is just gorgeous. Look at all the green, look at all of the lovely stuff. And that was very painful and warm, and I was working on Sunday, so that was just very, very inconvenient. Anyway, so the Monday then, we went to the doctors, and they were like, oh yeah, have some antibiotics, we'll see you on Thursday. Great, I thought nothing of it. They thought, oh, it might need to be lanced, but nothing really, nothing serious, is fine. Okay, so Thursday comes, and they were like, oh my god, you need to go to A&E. So that was an unexpected turn, so we went to A&E. And A&E, we were in there for about 6 hours, which my mum wasn't happy because we couldn't find a parking space, so we went and parked in Tesco's, and they have a 3-hour policy unless it's £70. So mum has the £70 fine coming her way. You're welcome. Sorry. Anyway, so we went to the hospital, and they took my blood, took a urine sample, which is very, very weird because I've never done that before. And they couldn't find a vein for my blood or to put one of those tubes in. I don't know what the tube's called, but IV tubes. Ugh, awful stuff. But they had to look at my finger and basically said, at first they were like, oh yeah, the nail needs to be removed. So I was just like, okay, that's fine. Working myself up a little bit, but you know what, that was fine. We're gonna do it, we're gonna get through it, and that would be fine. And then they made us sit and wait again, and so we sat and waited a bit, and then they decided, actually no, we don't need to take the nail off, but we do need to cut out a chunk of your skin. So I was like, even better. Bear in mind, I just thought this was a little infection, they were just going to split the skin or pop it and then it'd be fine. No, they were going all under the knife for it, all under the knife. And so I went in to have this procedure, and they were pitting needles. You can see little holes and colour distribution, whatever you call it, around my finger by here. Don't know if you can see it that well in the camera, but it's a little bit green and with a few holes in it. They put about 8 shots of numbing, whatever it is, in my finger, but that was great. And I don't do well with needles, so I was looking at my mum the entire time. So when I was looking at my mum, because the base of my finger went numb and the top didn't, they just kept putting more and more in to get the rest of it going numb. But I thought they only put 3 in, but obviously not, they put loads more in. Anyway, so they cut out a chunk of my finger, and me being brave, I was like, actually, I kind of want to see this. So I had a look. I was fine. I was going strong. I was brave. Even the doctor said, oh my god, you're going so strong. That was great. And then afterwards I had to have an IV antibiotics, which I thought I was having a drip, but I wasn't. I was just having a little shot. So I went to the the injection person. They found a vein and put that little tube in. So I looked down and I was like, I don't feel very well. And I had to lie down and everything, and I had my shot, and that was fine. Apart from the fact that he left the tube in my arm on purpose, not an accident. Left the tube in my arm. So I went home with one finger, more bandaged than this, and one arm that I just felt like I couldn't bend. So I was thinking, how am I going to do things that normal people do? I can't get this one wet. I can't bend this one. I couldn't wash by myself. I had to have my mum to help me wash. I struggled going to the toilet because I was like, I'm right-handed as well, so I can't write, I can't basically do anything. I had to take my rings off, and I feel naked without my rings. But I had to like struggle to do everything with my left hand. Bear in mind, my left hand felt dead at the time. But then that was all fine. The next day we went back to, so this is Friday now, the one that's just gone. We went back to the hospital at 8 o'clock in the morning, left at about midday or just after midday or something, because they sent us up to TACU. I don't know what it stands for, but we went to TACU and they had no clue that I was meant to be there. So then Friday, they asked me if I was feeling brave. We went down to the hand clinic. They asked me if I was feeling brave when they were having a look at my hand, and I was like, yeah, not really sure of myself, because they didn't tell me what was going to happen. I had like a really blunt doctor who was really nice, but like really like straight to the point, just get it over with. And he literally squeezed my finger to get all the rest of the piss out, and I burst out crying because I'm strong like that. Well, I didn't burst out crying, I had tears coming down my face just because it was painful. No numbing cream, nothing, just squeezing it, and it was very painful. And they told me it would only hurt like a paper cut, and it hurts a little bit more than a paper cut, just saying. But that was that. So then we went back up to TACU and got told that I needed another shot of IV antibiotics. But by that time, because I was in bed and things like that, the tube in my arm kind of maybe moved a bit, or just tangled, or got a kink in it or something. So when they started putting the antibiotics in my arm, I was in so much pain, and I was like, you have to stop because it's really hurting. Then they put a water flush through, which made my arm just feel cold. Then they carried on putting the antibiotics in, which made my arm feel numb and tingly, like pins and needles in my arm, all the way up my arm. And I literally, out of everything, this was my worst moment. But I got Cookie's outfit, so I was happy. So then they bandaged it up and everything, took the needle out of my arm, said I could go home. And now it's Monday and I've got to go back there. I've got a week off uni and work, so I missed work on this Sunday that's just passed, and I'm missing uni right now, all because I've got to go back to the doctors to get this sorted. So I've got to go back to the hospital now, and I'll give you an update afterwards. Hopefully this will be fun, and hopefully this is when I get discharged. So just come back from the doctors. That's me. So we just came back from the doctors, and now we're in Costco, and we thought we were going to get discharged today, but no. Massive wine glass, the best wine glass. Yeah, so we're not discharged, we've got a new plaster, and then we're going to go again on Friday. How are you feeling, Mum? More time off work. They look absolutely beautiful.
They do, don't they?
They're beautiful, Mum.
You taping me?
Yeah. So Mum just got very excited about Ziploc bags. What's wrong, Mum?
Size, I'm trying to get the size.
You don't like the size?
No, I don't. I can't work out my head.
Oh.
Maybe it's those ones. Those will be the bigger ones, because I got little ones. I think.
I thought all you had was the little ones.
No, I have both. Don't laugh big.
Oh. Get both.
I don't need the little ones, but I need to know that these are bigger.
Probably are.
So we got quart, storage, gallon. I need them to be a gallon.
Are they a gallon?
No idea, because these are called something else.
Troubles. Mum, all these tyres, but you still find me tiring.
You're so funny.
Mum,
What?
all these hot dogs, but you decided to have beef with me.
What?
All those onions, but you still decided to make me cry. Mum, all these fridges, but you still decided to be cold to me. No, they're good. So we've finally been discharged from hospital and passed us off, so I'm now Dobby's a free elf, and Mum's decided to treat me to a scone and jam and cream because she loves me, but she's having a weird mince pie with cream. Weirdo. So thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video if you got this far, because I don't really know how I get myself in these messes, to be honest, but clearly I do. Got one little gammy finger, as you can see there, but it's all healed now apparently. I just can't have any feeling in it. But yeah, all out of the hospital. Hopefully won't be back in the hospital soon. And a lesson learnt there, kids, don't bite your nails. Obviously learning the hard way, but Mum treated me today and I've got my eyebrows back on, so I'm happy. And I also got a little Christmas hat, well, headband, ready for the Grinch later. So I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.